Good morning and welcome to the new edition of Frontiers of Knowledge. Just imagine your life without a smartphone, without TV and without car. These three things, TV is in your home, not one but multiple. Car or cars in your driveway and garage. Maybe as many cars as the whole family members are. And smartphone for each and every individual, so that when you sit at dinner, each one of you communicates through the smartphone. Texting, sending apps, using social media and whatever. But hardly lifting your face above the screen of your smartphone, hardly talking to each other physically, the only medium being the smartphone. So can you imagine a life without these three ever? I'm sure you can't. But wait for just 10 years, a decade of further research and development, and you would find that your life is maybe better, maybe worse, that time would tell. But these three essentials of today would no longer be there. They'll be dead as dodo. TV would be as rare as it was before the 50s or 60s. Cars would be a relic of museums. And smartphone, another useless piece of temporary technological progress. You will ask me, how is that possible? Well, that's possible. And the credit goes to Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, the founder of Facebook. Now, how's that possible? First, let's take up the TV. With the help of camera effect platform and wearing ordinary glasses, you can watch TV through an app. Already an app has been developed, and the app is called TV. It's $1 app. And with your phone, you press the app and your whole wall becomes a screen. It's not 40-inch TV, it's not 46, 52, 62. It's a whole wall. It might be 120, it might be 160, it might be whatever. So, you play on that TV through that app. And not only that, you will have glasses, ordinary looking glasses, but smart glasses. And those would be operating the TV. Amazed? Well, that's there already in the labs being tested. And as I told you, TV app called TV. And the cost of that is just $1. So you invest $1 and you can say to hell with all the cable companies, dish and the TVs. Now the question that you would be asking would be that in case this app works through smartphone, that means the smartphone would still be there. Oh no. Oh no. A parallel universe, a parallel curve of the apps is coming up, which does not operate through smartphone. It might operate through any medium, and one of the mediums that's being worked on is a small tiny implant. That tiny small implant is installed under your skin Maybe in your arm, maybe in your thigh, or wherever you want it. And by working on that implant, you can operate all the apps. So then who needs smart phones? So that way the smartphone goes off. You know, what actually happens is that we are making a quantum jump in our progress. And now you will ask me, okay, we accept that there is no TV. We also accept that there is no smartphone. But how do you move? Cars are no longer a luxury. They are not even a comfort, they are a necessity. Public transit is something which is simply not reliable and it's not available all the time. It's 2 in the night. You have an impulse to go to Tim Hortons for your caffeine. So you get in a car and drive down there. At 4 in the morning you want to go to the beach to watch the sunshine. You get in a car and drive over there. So how is it possible to have a civilized, so-called civilized life without a car? Believe me, cars are the first to go. You know, with the coming in of the car services like Uber, like Ola in India, and their number is multiplying dime a dozen, you can be sure that cars would not be required. Now, to maintain cars, you need 5 things. A, money to buy them. Then money to maintain them. Then space to park them. Then the maintenance costs, parking cost when you travel from one place to another, insurances, breakdowns, replacements. It's really a headache. And when services like Uber and Ola are available all the time, who needs a car of his own? There's no hassle of driving. You have a chauffeur-driven, air-conditioned car at your disposal at 1 minute's notice. I saw it recently. I was amazed that dozen cars are there parked near your residence. Visualize this scenario. You call, push the app, select, tell them that okay, you want this car for this time at this place. And the car comes and is cheaper than the present taxi service. Maybe a bit more expensive than the public transit, but definitely not more than maintaining your car, and definitely not more than paying, say, $5 for half an hour of parking, maybe as in Toronto. Not only the parking hassles, but the driving hassles. Here you can relax in the back of the car like a lord and enjoy drive, enjoy the beauty, enjoy life. So who needs cars? When I say cars, I mean the personal cars. And with the coming in of driverless cars and the air taxis, as is happening in Dubai, single man air taxi, you call for a taxi, set it to that, and when you have called the air taxi, you have pushed the destination, and it takes you directly to your destination without any hassle of crisscrossing the roads and the traffic jams. So, who would be needing the car? Not me, at least. Maybe you would. So these accoutrements of the modern civilized life, and again repeat, so-called civilized life, are on the way out. The frontiers of knowledge are expanding every day. Apple, Google, Facebook. They are the platforms which are just not only making technological progress, but making all the progress made till today junk and garbage. The technological progresses made are in fact likely to be the museum pieces in the next decade or so. So near, you would be amazing. Yes, so near for the simple reason that the technological progress is a quantum jump. It, grows in geometrical progression, not in arithmetical progression. The dreams, the visions, they are translated into reality at a speed that is breathtaking. Now, when I see the new modes of transport, the new modes of entertainment and information, the new modes of communication, imagination is simply agitated and becomes very fervent. I'm reminded of Aldous Huxley's book, The Brave New World, where the people don't only watch movies, they don't call them movies, they call them feelies in that. That you are sitting in a chair and the hero kisses the heroine and you press a button and you feel the kiss on your lips. For traveling, you go down a tube which takes you from your place to your destination without spilling anything, without any problem. You're just sitting and you are transported. That sort of the brave new world is around the corner. Now comes the ethical part of it. Is it desirable? Well, what's desirable for one may not be desirable for the other. But the progress of human capability and human intelligence is not restricted by the desirability. Change is the law of nature, and change would be there whether you like it or you don't like it. Better start liking it. Or, along with these things which are the remnants of the past glory, you'll be thrown on the dunghill. Ethical parts, ethical aspects may be important to you personally and psychologically, have no relevance to the progress, the technological progress. It's a march of man's mind and innovativeness, march of his capabilities, march of his imagination. And when the imagination starts marching, there is no end to that. When Mark Zuckerberg was displaying the TV ad the other day, I was simply astonished. The way I was amazed at the availability of the transport system using Ola and Uber. When I visualized that the idiot box TV, is going way the all other progress have gone, the radio has gone, the transistor has gone, I was not very unhappy. Because what it shows is that there is a possibility of still better things to come. And when the better thing comes, human mind becomes all the more avid and fervent and does more. Now imagine having a life where you cannot visualize today. The way your parents could not visualize the use of the smartphone, and the grandparents couldn't visualize TVs and the cars being as commonplace as anything. And friends, these frontiers of knowledge and these technological progresses are a clear evidence that a human mind is not constrained by any limits. What used to be called the bounties of nature and blessings of God are today the blessings of inventive human mind. I would say that the new life without these likely to be soon outmoded things like smartphone, TV, and God would be much better. Maybe you will enjoy dinner as human beings because you will not be communicating through the smartphone. I have seen in the restaurants a couple goes and both are busy with a smartphone. That's not being human. I only hope that the further progress makes us more human, more communicative, and interact in a better way, healthier way to make the world worth living. I hope this episode of the Frontiers of Knowledge makes you think of the new future and the brave new world that is to come, and the new dawn in human experience that is about to be dawned. Thank you.